back on the practice field today, what do we know about the offensive line here at this point in camp, especially with Peat having been out? First 5, Easton 6, then what?
I would point to Will Clark probably being 7th at this point. I think it's him and maybe Cameron Tom is in that mix as well. I would probably look at someone like Calvin Throckmorton being in the mix, undrafted rookie, and then you look at who they've been playing at tackle as far as James Hurst, who is suspended for the first 4 games of the year, so you can kind of put him to the side, and then Ethan Greenidge, who was an undrafted rookie last year, made the team but never played in a game. And so, they're pretty deep there, I would say. But look, getting Peat back, I think the most important thing is that he looks like he's in much better shape than he has been in quite a while. So I don't think the hand injury is going to be an issue. So, I would say across the board, I'd say, look, they're starting 5. Whether or not Ruiz is at center or guard or McCoy's at center or guard, I think 1 through 5, the Saints are obviously younger than they were a year ago without Larry Warford. But I do think that Ruiz, McCoy, that combo can make for a better duo than what we saw last year, because I've been here on a lot with you over the last few months. It was evident that Larry Warford was on a drop-off.
Yeah. So Andrus Peat was back. Alvin Kamara has not been there. Unexcused absences, and what we seem to know is that this is apparently contract-related. What do you know?
It certainly sounds like that's what it is. And I could tell you that there has been talks for a while. I mean, obviously talks are increasingly going, but to me, they're obviously at a stalemate. And I think this is basically Alvin Kamara's stand saying, look, I want you guys to up the offer. And look, I've written, I guess it was a month and a half ago, just where I would expect Alvin Kamara to kind of be along those lines as far as looking for somewhere around Christian McCaffrey and Ezekiel Elliott money. I think he should get a tick lower. The fact that he has, I'm under the assumption that the Saints haven't gotten there yet. And so this is Kamara's stand, and I'm curious to see how long it goes. Like, I've been asked on Twitter, could this screw the team up? Is he going to sit out? I don't think he's going to sit out games, but I think this is going to be an interesting game of chicken to kind of see who drives off the road first.
What about Leonard Fournette? If he clears waivers, should that be an option for New Orleans?
I don't think it's going to be, but should it be? Here's the thing. I think you and me are probably a little more biased just because we've seen him at his best. And so I could tell you during the draft process that the Saints would have loved to have had him. But, where is he now? How is he physically? Where does he fit in? I just don't think you go and take him off waivers, because that means you're absorbing what he would make this year. So you wait till
which is $4.1 million.
Yeah, so I don't think the Saints would want to be in the market for that. So I think he'd want to clear and then sign him for less if they wanted to do that. But I just don't think they're going to be in the market for that. I think they like what they have with Latavius Murray. Ty Montgomery he's done some good things. And Dwayne Washington is a guy that plays special teams. So it seems like they like where they are with 4 right now. And, what kind of message would that send to Alvin Kamara, who, look, you're having some difficulties with? Because if you bring Fournette in, I mean, there's definitely people who are going to be clamoring for Fournette. And, so I think it would kind of mess up the dynamic. But I do think he gets signed by someone right away. I'd be surprised if he did.
Okay. Larry Holder's with us, theathletic.com/New Orleans. He's on Twitter at Larry Holder. Larry, make sense of this for me. There was a trio of signings. Wynton McManus, the linebacker from the CFL. I got it all in front of me. Anthony Lanier, and the other one was who was the TJ Carter, the rookie free agent from Kentucky. What are they doing here with all these roster moves so close to having to cut down to the 53?
Well, part of it is that they felt comfortable getting rid of an offensive lineman, and one of their young defensive tackles who they actually liked, Jalen Dalton, they put him on IR. So I think they brought in a couple of guys, and with Marcus Davenport kind of being, he's not seriously injured, by the way, if people are wondering that. So I would not panic over Marcus Davenport missing some time here. Okay. But I do think they just want to take a look at and see what they have, because, look, we've seen him injured, and maybe they want to kind of make sure they have some guys in the back that if they want to bring back at some point. But, I think it's more about that they were able to fill some roster spots and bring in some guys on that side of the ball. But, look, I would say like at defensive end. I mean, I like what I've seen from Trey Hendrickson. I really like what I've seen from Carl Granderson, who you didn't really hear from about last year, other than he spent time in jail and then came to the Saints. I mean, that's really all you heard. But he's seemed to bulk up, and he's really played pretty well in the practices I've been able to see, and really throughout this. And Mario Edwards, he's still on the team, and I feel like I wouldn't have said he would if you were asking me to put him to make a roster projection right now. I was saying at the beginning of camp I would put Margus Hunt over Mario Edwards, but I'd probably flip that right now.
Larry Holder on Twitter, at Larry Holder, theathletic.com/New Orleans. Get there, read his stuff. We appreciate the time as always, man. Thanks.
Bye, bud.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.